This is our final project for IOE 463. We're doing our project on the Cafe Barista workstation requirements in a library cafe. The goals of this project were to evaluate the barista workspace. We determined the distance traveled by the barista in order to make a variety of drinks. We did this in order to pinpoint the sources of wasted motion. Once we did this, we recommended changes to the layout in order to minimize fatigue and excessive walking requirements of the barista. The methods we utilized were to measure the current workstation, interview trained baristas, model the layout in SketchUp based on our measurements, perform MODAPS analysis of the barista motions, and based on this, we proposed a new model in SketchUp. The barista job description was to receive the drink order from a printed order. Once she receives this, she'll retrieve the necessary ingredients, prepare the drink as required. This can include steaming milk, pouring espresso shots, using the blender, etc. Once she completes the process, she'll present the finished drink to the customer in the customer service area. In SketchUp, we modeled the barista workstation, which includes the espresso machine, coffee cups, brewed coffee, milk refrigerator, flavor syrups, and a blender. We limited our scope to only the equipment that the barista would use in a typical work shift. Everything else in the cafe we left out of the model because it's out of the scope of our project. The current layout looks like this. The barista stands here at her home node by the espresso machine. In order to make a very common drink that is pretty complicated, she will receive her drink order of a vanilla caramel latte. She will receive the drink order, walk across the cafe to retrieve the cups for the frozen drink. Then she will step over here to the ice machine to fill the cup with ice. Once this is full, she will walk to the fridge back by the espresso machine to fill it with a beverage base. Once this is completed, she'll stay at the espresso machine to pull the espresso shot. Then she'll step to the side to fill the cup with a shot of caramel. Then she will walk to the flavor shots to add a vanilla flavor shot. Then she'll walk back to the blender in order to blend these ingredients together. Once the cup is filled with the ingredient, then she will walk to the customer service counter, and then she'll return to her home node at the espresso machine. The problems with this current layout is that it imposes excessive walking requirement. The syrups are not in reach of the espresso machine. They are placed too far back on the counter in order to reach. The blender and the frozen drink cups are too far from the espresso machine, and workers can collide into each other if they are moving quickly during peak times of the day.
Based off of this current work layout, we performed a MODAPS analysis of the basic actions to complete a frozen caramel vanilla latte. These actions that we analyzed only include walking and reaching requirements, so therefore the standard elements such as pulling the espresso shot and all of that are not included in this MODAPS analysis. It resulted in a total mods of 156.62 mods, which is 20.2 seconds. These MODAP findings told us that 1/6 of the total time, which we found to be 2 minutes to make a drink, is spent just walking and reaching. This is 20.2 seconds. 107.6 mods, which is 13.9 seconds, is just walking alone. Based off of these findings, we formulated recommendations for a new layout. This new layout makes it so that the barista only has to be in this back corner. Therefore, all of the self-serve coffees are going to be moved up to here right next to the coffee making machine. This is conveniently located right next to the register, so customers will order their coffee, walk right around here to their self-serve, and if they ordered a drink for the barista to prepare, they'll walk right here to the customer service station. The barista will start here with the frozen drink cups, go right to the ice, therefore walk right to the refrigerator and the espresso machine, to the caramel shots, to the vanilla flavoring shots, to the blenders, to the customer service station, then go right back to the home node. These recommendations will minimize walking from 13.88 seconds of total time down to 3.37 seconds. The ingredients are placed in order of use to minimize worker collision and minimize wasted motion, and the syrups are also moved forward on the counter to make it easier for the worker to reach. These recommendations are limited by the fact that we were told by the facility that we cannot change the basic layout of the counters. Therefore, all the existing structures have to stay in place and we can only move the equipment. The expected impact of this layout is that it will minimize walking, induce less fatigue for the barista, less collision of workers, and a shorter wait time for customers, which will in turn increase higher customer satisfaction. This concludes our report. We will now open the floor for any questions.